and the weight of his voice is not like a human demand. It shakes through your very spirit. You can almost feel his presence in the room, wings extended, armor gleaming in divine light, eyes burning with both fierce protection and urgent compassion. He is here because he knows what is at stake. And he is under orders from God himself to make sure you hear this in time. You have been overlooked before, cut out of things that were yours by right, silenced when you try to speak. And this time the enemy thinks you will simply stand aside again. But God says no more. This exposure is happening because heaven has decided your season of being robbed in secret has ended. The veil is being ripped off. The two people, yes, they are family, have justified their actions to themselves. They tell each other lies like they don't need it as much or they wouldn't know what to do with it. But underneath those excuses is nothing more than greed, jealousy, and fear of your rising. Because deep down they know that if you step into the financial blessing heaven has aligned for you, nothing will stop you from fulfilling the calling God has placed on your life. I see Michael placing a sealed envelope in your hands. In the spirit, the seal carries the mark of God. Inside are names, dates, amounts, and the exact steps you must take. This is not to scare you. It is to prepare you. Heaven says you must not ignore this because if you act in alignment with divine instruction, you will not only recover the money, they will be the ones who have to come before you and acknowledge what they did. Michael says they have been speaking with an outsider. One of them is feeding information to someone beyond the family. That person is the one who drafted the first plan. But it is the two within your own house who agreed to carry it out. This is why it feels so sharp, so personal. The betrayal is not from strangers. It is from those who once hugged you, shared meals with you, celebrated birthdays with you. But God is making you aware now so that you are not blindsided later. And Michael's command, "Open this now," is about more than reading words. It is about opening your eyes, your discernment, your readiness to act. I see a timeline in the spirit. Days, not weeks. You are in a short window. One signature away from losing what is yours or one prayer-fueled bold action away from reclaiming it all. Heaven says you will know exactly what to do once you decide you are not going to be silent. Even as you read this, angels are moving. Papers that were hidden are being brought into the light. Confidences between the two betrayers are starting to crack. Someone they trust is feeling uneasy and may be the very person who slips and reveals something to you. Michael warns, do not confront them in anger right away. Do not rush into their trap. Wait for the moment God aligns. It will come quickly. And when it does, act with certainty for heaven will be backing you. This is why you cannot ignore this. This is why Michael's voice was so firm. Because if you let this pass, the chance will not return in the same way. The spiritual protection around the money, the legal delays that have been supernaturally placed, the confusion in the enemy's camp. These are temporary shields meant to give you time to awaken and step forward. And I hear the Lord saying, this is not about greed. This is about justice. This is about what was ordained for you before the foundation of the earth. You have SWN in tears, and now the harvest is meant to come. But the enemy thought that by using the faces most familiar to you, he could keep you from fighting for it. Beloved, heaven is on your side. Archangel Michael is standing guard, but he cannot make your decision for you. You must choose to believe, to act, and to trust that God is already several steps ahead of your adversaries. The final words Michael speaks echo like thunder. Open it now. Do not delay. I will fight beside you. But you must take the step. My beloved child, listen to me with every fiber of your being. For the words I speak to you now are carried not by the winds of chance, but by the eternal breath of heaven. I am here under the command of the Almighty. And Archangel Michael himself has descended with urgency in his wings, his voice trembling with the weight of what has been uncovered. He does not speak lightly. And when he says, I order you to open this right now, it is because every second you hesitate is a second that the shadows gain more ground. This is not a gentle whisper. It is the resounding strike of a heavenly trumpet declaring that something sacred is being stolen from you right now. 2 people from your own bloodline, people whose voices you know, whose faces have smiled at you, are standing together in quiet conspiracy, weaving lies with the precision of a spider's web. They are taking what heaven ordained to be yours. Money, yes, but not just paper and coin. This is wealth bound to your destiny. Resources meant to open doors that have been closed to you for years. The Lord has set apart blessings for your journey, treasures marked with His own hand. Yet these two have entwined themselves around what is yours, wearing smiles for the crowd while weaving schemes in the shadows, convinced their secrecy is impenetrable. But Michael has glimpsed their designs, and I too have seen them, leaning close over a table, whispering in a locked room, certain no soul can hear. Yet heaven's ear is never deaf. The Most High sees all from His throne, and His messengers stand guard at your side this very moment. What they hold was not stumbled upon, it was hunted. They traced it through forged marks, twisted accounts, and concealed exchanges. Michael himself walked into realms of spiritual night, wrestling truth from the clenched hands of deception. He fought to deliver this warning to you, fought to break through the diversions and delays that have clouded your sight. Child, the hour is not for waiting, the hour is now.